was going to ask you next.
Mhm.
So we really easily dehumanize the life of the one, in communication theory, it's in-group, out-group theory, of the person who is dissimilar to us, or the person who's a different culture, or,
Mhm.
you know, she worked in the sex industry,
Right.
or he
Yep.
had a record, you know, so
Yep.
we immediately strip them of the
Mhm.
image of God in
Exactly.
them, in our
Yeah.
judgment, and then we project it
Because
out to the whole world. So go on with
yeah.
that.
Yeah. So, you know, I mean, I think this kind of sentiment has always made it so that people of color have always felt like we are expendable and disposable in the greater narrative of being Americans, right? So I think it was just this week, actually, there was a medical examiner's, I don't know if you saw this in the news, but the toxicology report from George Floyd's autopsy was found taped to a civil rights monument commemoration thing at Duke University's campus, basically suggesting that because there was a small amount of drugs found in George Floyd's system, that, you know, what's implicitly being said then is that, oh, he deserved to die. He was a
shouldn't care.
drug.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should not care. That his humanity is now discounted. So, man, I think this is rooted in the same kind of self-righteous expression that's rooted in a Christianity that's found in white supremacy, that deems that if anyone has any kind of immoral stain, then it is justifiable that they deserved what happened to them. Right. I mean, even before this incident on Duke University's campus, we saw this happening since the news came out. There was a lot more concern from different, you know, people around these high profile racial incidents that, you know, what's the real story? You know, like 9 minutes of seeing this police officer's knee on his neck was not enough. That people are like, we still don't know the full story. We still don't know the full story. Like, we don't have the discipline to pause for a moment and see with our own eyes of this, like, act of disregard for human life, and be able to be like, that is not normal. That should not be normal. Right. So I think when there's a systemic narrative that that already sees people of color as inferior, then their detriment almost becomes more digestible if we can find a way to demonize them even more and effectively obliterate any ounce of dignity that's still in them.
Yeah.